Okay, we're gonna get all these products and we're gonna loop it. Okay. I want to use this, but I don't want to use this at the same time. Okay, let's go ahead and make a new file. We're gonna call this main. Okay, main JSX FCE, and then we just go ahead and bring the file here. Import it. There we go. Now over here, we're gonna need to import this file. Okay, import, what do we call it? Product. Yep, products, because the name over here. Okay, we got the product, and let's see what we get. Let's go ahead and write something, right? First off, we're gonna go with product with a capital P, map. We're gonna map, and we're gonna call them product. Use an arrow function, and we're gonna return this instantly. We're gonna have a div, come on, div, and inside that div, we want to have an image tag, and this image would take in the product image, or is it? Here's the name, product name, price, and product image. Each of them has an ID. Okay, it's called product image. Product image. Yeah, we got all those images. A normal CSS, when you hover around, you get this. It's telling you this. The class name is .h-40. Okay, and that it has a height of 10 rem, 160 pixels. So if you want to have something like image tag, you just name it like that. Instead, they have a name like this that has a value in there. Okay, okay, we added these part already, and let's go ahead and do our thing. Let's go ahead and by making a div, and inside that div we want to have h1 your cart. Okay, as you can see, it'll be down here. um let's go ahead and loop in over the products, but the thing is, we don't want to loop everything. Okay, before we start doing this, let's go ahead and finish up with our functions. First off, we're gonna have const, we're gonna call it cart items, set cart items, and then use states. So before we loop something, right, we need to have a default value. So all of these have an ID, right? We look at it 1, 2, 3, so on till 8. So what do we want to do? We want to make sure we have a default value. We want to set it to 0, 0, so on. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to set this quantity. When I click on it, I want to keep count of the quantities, right? If I click on an ID, this example has an ID of 1. If I click something and that has an ID of 1 2 times, it should increment 2 right here. Vice versa, right? Not vice versa, I mean same thing as the others. If I click on the ID of 2, 1 time, it should have 1 here. So I'll show you what I mean. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8. Okay, this is not the way to go, but I just like to do it this way because it's more simpler, right? Since we only have 8 items. But if you have a lot, you will want to do different styles. Okay, since we have that now, we want to go ahead and create an add to cart function. This function wants to take in an ID, right? Because we want to keep track of the IDs. And we want to set to cart items. We want to get all the cart items, and then we want to get all the previous cart items. We want to set this ID as a key. This key is going to have a value of the cart items ID plus 1. What this is doing is basically, when I click something here, let's just say 1, right? This one, when I call the function here, the button right here, and click, right, add to cart, this one's going to take in the product.id. Essentially what I'm doing is, when I click on this, it's going to give me a 1, right? It's going to call this function, which is here. It has a parameter, and over here it takes in an ID, right? This ID, I want to make it as a key, right? All these items in here, it's gonna match it, the key, let's just say 1, it's gonna match the key 1, and the value is gonna add something here, add it 1 each time, right? I'll show you what I mean now. Console.log core items. Let me open this up. Console. There we go. As you can see, I'm clicking on ID 1. If you look at over here, it increments to 2 now. And then let's go to ID 2. Two has 1 now. Like that, okay? All right. Now we want to go ahead, when we click this, it's going to bring it over here. This is where we do the loop here. We want to get the products, all the products again. Dot map, call it product. And right here, we want to do that, and we want to check something. If we want to check if card items equals the product ID, right? We're going to check all the card items here, which is this. If it matches this product ID, right? Whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And if it's greater than 0, we want to return. We want to return a div return div. Inside that div, we're gonna have an image. Okay, image would have product dot product dot image. See, we got the 3. We add more stuff. There we go. That's how it is. And then what else do we want? We also want the product inside. I want the numbers of items that I clicked on. Okay, card items, and I want product dot ID. There we go. We got that. Add one more, just like that. Then what else do we want? Let's go ahead and style this up real quick. This one here, this is the parent div. I want to have the own div as well. Class name, flex, items, center. Right now the width is too small. We don't. Let's give the width of 80. Wow. Now let's get the image size as well. Width 20, height 20. Since we got that, now what do we want? We want to do, we have it wrapped, and what else do we want? We want to have a button. This button will be remove 3 bonds. The other one is plus, other one subtract, like that. Now inside of that, it's gonna have its own div. Okay, all these would have their own div and class, flex call, gap of 2, font bold. Okay, and then we here and do flex, justify between items center. Okay, so it looks like that. Now that we got that, let's get an image, put y of 4, something like that. Let's style this up a bit. Class text to XL, font bold, PL2. There we go. Now we're gonna do the remove button, text red 500, and then BG red 200. When we hover, I'm gonna have a BG red 500 hover white, something like this, right? Red text white, and then P of 2 rounded, just like that. And then this, just keep it simple. It will be text green 500, and let's make it a little bit bigger, or 2, just like that. Let's keep it simple like that. Okay, when we hover it, we can do like text. Let's make it a little bit darker, like that. Yep, just like that. Now we can't remove or decrease or increase. Now let's get the functions. Let's go ahead and write the function. It'll be the same as adding it, right? Sub from cart. It's gonna take in an ID. We're gonna do set to cart items. We want to do cart items ID, cart items ID -1. And if we get this and click, you can call that function. So from cart ID, and right here we can do add to cart. Let's see. There we go, right? Can add more like that. We need to remove it now. Let's go ahead. Almost the same, right? Remove from cart. Instead of adding or subtracting, we are gonna set it to something else, 0. we'll do on click remove from cart product ID. There we go. It's gone. But now we gotta add this part where it has like a circle thing. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, we forgot to add the stuff here. Okay. Inside we want to have a p tag product name, and then p product price, something like this. And I style it up, flex, center, there we go. Now that we're done with that, we are missing one piece, which is the total. Okay, this is a fun one. What we're gonna do is, like, we're gonna call the function total amount we want to have a variable, right, amount 0, and we want to loop through the keys for const key and cart items. We want to see if cart items key, which is the ID, is greater than 0. If that's true, we're gonna get let the product info. Okay, want to loop through all the products again. It's not a loop, but we're gonna find the product ID equals to key. This key, if you see, it's a string. So, and this right here, it's a number, right? The ID is a number. So if we're gonna compare something, it needs to be the same type. Now it becomes a number. After we got that, we want to take the amount, gonna append it to, and then math.floor cart items key times product info price. Okay, if you recall, this product has a price. That's why we're getting that there. If we're done with that, we need to return it, and bam, we can go over here now in the total, and then we can go ahead and call that function. There we go. Right, now that we have that, what else do we need? Pretty much almost it, but let's see. Now it's not, even though it's in the bottom, there's some items there, you can't really check it out. go ahead and fix that by doing overflow y scroll. Okay, right. There we go. As you guys notice, if I just refresh, it would go away. Now, y'all can do something like, if I refresh, it should stay here by using local storage. If you guys know how to do that, that would be awesome, and that would be something to test yourself on. I already did it, I finished it, but I want to give you guys something, to work on. But that's it, y'all. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions about what I did, please go ahead down in the comment below, ask, and if I learned something new, I would teach you guys, just like I'm doing right now. And that's about it, y'all.